Alrighty, good morning guys. This is Doug. I'm here in Iraq, somewhere about an hour outside of Baghdad, and it is so hot. I pulled out the scarf and our driver tied it up for me the right way, I guess. We are actually on our way to Mosul, Iraq. We're gonna do a whole tour of the city. It's gonna be incredible. But we're currently broken down on the side of the highway here. We actually all just got out of the car and we're pushing it. It was quite the sight to behold. We're just hanging here, waiting for rescue to come. Alright guys, we're just arriving into Mosul now. And for those of you that don't know, just about 4 years ago, this city, Mosul, Iraq, was the capital of the ISIS caliphate, and thankfully since then it's been taken back. But yeah, just a few short years ago this was the center of ISIS and the center of a lot of fighting and a lot of destruction. We're going to be seeing that in this video, but we're also going to be seeing the other side of the city and the rebuilding and the revitalization. So it's going to be likely pretty heavy, but I think it's important to see. Alrighty guys, so we just went and checked into our hotel. We're going to be here in Mosul for one night, and now we are off to explore this city. The way the city is structured, the Tigris River runs right through the center. It's split between the old city and the new city. The old city side of the river was mainly controlled by ISIS, especially during the fighting. So as a result, the old city side of the city here in Mosul has been heavily damaged by fighting and airstrikes and tank fire. So if you've seen the news about Mosul over the past several years and you've seen images of just destruction, that's probably what you've seen. And we're on the opposite side of that right now, looking across, and I have to say it's pretty extreme, the extent of the damage. I mean, this was a modern city and it looks like an ancient ruin, the amount of destruction that I'm looking at. And you can even see on this side of the river lots of bullet holes on the side of the building facing the old city. So it's probably a result of ISIS firing at its opposition on this side. Alright, so you can see a little bit closer here.
One day, ISIS killed 2,000 people.
Why?
Work in the government, many.
Goodness. شاكوماكو. شو اسمك؟ ها؟ جيزن؟ اسمي دوغلاس. مع السلامة. باي باي. Alright guys, so we've just crossed into the old city. As you can see, it already looks a lot different. I mean, there's a lot of destruction. I don't know. It's hard to describe because the whole street is just like this behind me. From airstrikes and fighting and all sorts of things. I mean, you can see on this building across behind me, just covered in bullet holes, and it's a lot. But we've stopped in at a shop to get some food, and you can already see this entire neighborhood coming back to life. Shops reopening, kids running around. There's a mosque being reconstructed behind me here. It's inspiring to see that, and I think we're going to see a lot of that. Assalamu alaikum. شلونك? Alright guys, so we have just come into a shop where they're making kuba. If you remember, we had this in Baghdad, but it was a ball, it was like a circle filled with meat.
Yeah, like Mosul kuba is different. You can see it like in other parts of Iraqi cities, but it won't taste the same. حتى لو يسووه بغير مناطق بغداد او بالجنوب ما مثل ما نعملها نحن بالموصل.
Wow, look at him go. He's
كل
just...
واحد يختص بها يعني وش يطلع طعمه طيب وش منه ما يطلع طعمه
You
طيب.
can see like here like we are specialized in this kind of kuba. Like
Absolutely.
others can make it, but it won't taste the same. Like it may look the same, but it won't taste the same.
I love that.
Yeah.
It smells incredible in here. I'm so excited to try this. So this is a Mosul version of the kuba that we had in Baghdad. Plenty of sugar, always. All right, so we're gonna be in here eating the kuba. It's like a little pizza. Let's give it a try. It's hot. Ow. Salty mincemeat and onion in there, I think. Shismak, habibi. Ahmed? Ahmed. Shakumaku.
Ahmed, he is Douglas. Douglas.
Ismi Douglas. What do you got here? What's this? The name?
شو اسمها؟ شو اسمها؟ شرابين.
Sharabiet.
إيه.
Alright.
تقدر تصيح شرابين طيب.
Oh, whoa.
Well speaking.
I thought it was going to be like a gummy. It's like a crispy thing filled with liquid sugar. Oh my gosh. See that? So, Abdullah, where are we now?
We are at Al-Nuri mosque.
Al-Nuri
And
mosque.
this is like Al-Hadba minaret.
Al-Adba?
Also Al-Hadba minaret. It's called
Al-Hadba.
Mosul Al-Hadba, second name for the city because of the minarets. Al-Hadba minaret. It's built in 1170.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can see it in 10,000 Iraqi dinar.
So
you
there
can
is
see
how it
here,
looks.
It's bent. That's why it's called
Uh-huh.
Al-Hadba in Arabic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah.
This is what remains.
Yeah.
And this was destroyed during...
During the war, especially the few last months. This is like the lastest part of the city to get liberated.
Really?
Yeah, so it had like the heaviest airstrikes, like ice, like left other parts of the city, and like all of them like gathered here.
Wow.
So you can see the destruction in the cities and houses and homes.
And there's a man here who's working for UNESCO, working to restore this, and he was saying when they first came here after the city was liberated to begin reconstruction and clearing efforts here, they had to clear 5,600 tons of rubble. And you can see some of it there behind me, but they only have about 25% of it that's usable. They also found 20 live IEDs left over here by ISIS. They even built them into the walls, we were hearing. Knowing that they were going to be beaten, they tried to leave the entire site booby-trapped with IEDs. It's unbelievable. Just another amazing example of revitalization here. This is what this street used to look like after ISIS. And here it is now. This is the exact same place. You can see this little arched window here. It's on the left side of the alley. I'll show you right here. There it is. Unrecognizable. Man, it's so cool. I love it here. It's so beautiful what they've done to it. So I guess it's like a little preview of what this entire city can become. So many kids running around, shops are open, barber shop, craft stores, flowers everywhere. It's so beautiful. All right guys, behind me is Mankusha. It's one of the first local businesses to open here. We're gonna go inside and take a look. Assalamu alaikum.
It's like for a free.
Yeah, for a drink. Coasters. This is all local stuff?
Yeah, it's all like locally made.
Alright, let's go inside, guys. Wow.
Yeah, I told
This
you
is
there's
beautiful.
A lot to see here.
So it's a kind of a gallery, kind of a
Yeah,
restaurant.
especially like in the second floor, you can see there's a cafeteria.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the second floor, and in the first floor there will be like a museum.
Uh-huh, okay. like a warning about different types of bombs.
So written the Amen, that means safe.
Wow, so certain houses are spray painted safe, and others may very well still be booby trapped. So apparently when ISIS was leaving the city, they booby trapped a bunch of houses. Same with the mosque that we were at earlier. So it's still a danger that people have to be aware of here. Oh my gosh. Look at those beautiful archways. You can tell it was once a beautiful, beautiful old building. And now it's ruined. Hopefully will be rebuilt. I was just asking Abdullah, one of our guides, like what is the timeline on rebuilding something like what's behind me, which is someone's home. And he said, oh, well, it really depends on the money and if they're still here and if they're alive. You don't even think about that, but it's unbelievable. They were saying there's not a single family, single person you can talk to in Mosul who hasn't known someone who's died from this conflict in one way or another. It's difficult to fathom. So right behind me here, there's a old church. Oh my goodness. Just the scale of the destruction is unbelievable. Walking through the old part of the city, it's just, I don't know, it's literally all around you. Alrighty guys, we have come back over to the other side of the Tigris River here in Mosul. We are going to be going to get some dinner, but right now we're just walking along this market street and there's so many people out and about, as is typically the case I've found here in Iraq at night when it cools off just a little bit. There's children out and about, there's women shopping, there's men selling fruit and all sorts of good stuff on the streets. Put it in a sink. What's it there? Shukran. I just dropped my phone into the gutter water. Ugh, not great. Shukran. Thank you. Alrighty guys, I'm back at my hotel. That was a pretty heavy day, but I don't know. I think my biggest takeaway has been the rebuilding and seeing the kids running around the street and how quickly this city kind of snapped back to life. It was incredibly inspiring. Something happened at the end of the day that I think pretty much sums up my experience here in Iraq. I was standing on the corner of the street and this older gentleman looked at me and asked me where I was from, and I said, I'm American. And when I said that, he kind of made a face like, American. And then he said, Obama bad, like Obama no good. A lot of people that I've met in the Middle East have had that opinion, mainly because of the airstrikes. And obviously that's been a huge part of life here in the past several years, is the US airstrikes that have absolutely decimated this city. And obviously it was to fight ISIS, but at the same time caused a lot of civilian casualties and caused the complete sheer utter destruction of this city. So he said that, but then he turned around and immediately came to me and gave me these prayer beads, and he gave them to me as a gift. And I said, no, I can't take these. And he said, no, from me to you, welcome to Mosul. And I just thought that was incredible. Like, kind of a point that I've been telling a lot of my friends and family who are kind of nervous about me coming here. A lot of people have said, okay, well, just make sure you don't tell people you're American. They're going to be angry at Americans. They're not going to like you because you're American. I don't know. I felt pretty strongly that people are able to differentiate between a government's actions and what a government or a country's leaders have done versus an individual person. And I think that interaction with that man just kind of sums up what I mean by that. He still welcomed me and was super warm and friendly and generous. So I don't know, it's just amazing, and it speaks a lot to the nature of the Iraqi people. So I'm gonna get some sleep, and we've got an early start tomorrow to explore more of beautiful Mosul. I'm so excited. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night.